Hello, team. What kind of person are you, and what makes all of us the type of person that we are? Let's talk about the way we all handle one very important thing in our life that can affect our health and our daily outlook on life, and that is stress. No one can go through life without any stress. It's the way we handle it that is very, very important. According to Hans Seil in 1936, stress was defined as the nonspecific body reaction to any demand for change, and it changes your body's normal stage of functioning. Physical threats from stress can be anxiety, sleeplessness, nightmares, and social withdrawal. Stress in the physiological sense has been believed to be the cause of illness and health factors. Mental tension caused by problems or worry in your life has a more psychological effect of stress on your life. Stress in a negative light can be seen as a physical, mental, or emotional exhaustion because the demands placed upon a person may exceed their resources in handling those demands. Stress is not the same for everyone. Some things stressful to you may not be stressful to others. Therefore, stress in itself is very hard to define, and they've had difficulty defining stress over the years. Do you ever hear people say, that customer stressed me out, or my children are stressing me out? When you hear that, then you think that person may be under a lot of stress or duress, when it could actually be they have a low tolerance for the daily life stress that can affect us. With that being said, you can see how one person can stress more than another. Psychological emotions from stress can cause arousal. Sometimes it may be hard to determine the exact cause of the arousal. So you don't know if that should be fear, happiness, excitement. Your emotions in that sense will affect your behavior. I've had times when I was not successful in managing my stress in my career. Once when I was younger, I was going through a personal crisis in which I was a call center representative, just as you are. I had been going through personal issues in my life, and I was always real good about handling calls when they came in. But on this particular day, I did not function to the best of my ability. I felt stressed before I even took the phone calls that day, and it had an impact on my job. And what we want you to do is be able to handle situations and think positive and be happy, enjoy helping the customer so that you do not feel stressed. That one experience will always be in the back of my mind. And I really focus on taking those situations that life throws at you and generating positive thoughts from the things I've had to face and deal with, and look at everything and get through it in an optimistic way. I'm here to tell you that you can, and it can happen to any of us. If we do not manage stress correctly, it can really affect your health and your well-being. Managing stress is one of the most important things you will do on a daily basis. It can affect your work, your co-workers, your family life, and when you learn to control your emotions and the way you react to stress, you learn to control yourself and the way your body will react to stress. Stress can also affect your nervous system. It can create an increase in general arousal in the sympathetic division of the automatic nervous system. Depending on the situation, it would generate the nervous excitement or nervous fear. As I found in reading the Introduction to Psychology by Charles Strangor, stress can also affect your heart. Emotional circuits in your limbic system are activated when emotions are created, and it can make your heart pump more blood, while at the same time it decreases the ability for your blood to flow through your veins because your veins constrict and they make your vessels tighter. So this can lead to hypertension, and if it's sustained long enough, it could lead to a heart attack. In addition, you produce different hormones when you stress. Your stress hormone is called cortisol. This reacts as your body's alarm system. There are 3 levels to stress. Your first stage is that general alarm, the arousal. Your second stage is called resistance, which is when your body begins adapting to the stress. And your third stage is exhaustion, which damages your DNA, can cause heart disease and chronic illness. your glucose levels increase, and the reason they do this is to increase your energy levels, and your blood pressure will increase, and eventually your body will become exhausted, and this will have a total impact on your overall well-being. If you remain stressed for a period of time or cannot control your stress, it will affect your health, and that's when all of your energy is depleted and those immunities go down. This will lead to mental and physical exhaustion, and you can become very ill. This is something we would all like to avoid. Another example I have of stress in a situation is when I worked within our company, and we had 3 managers and a director, and we found out our department was being outsourced to a vendor. It ended up being me, and I ended up having to report to another director. So it was me, a director in another state, and 70-something employees. So I had to really adapt and change my way of thinking to be able to do what I had to do in my, what I would call, stressful situation. So I did. I learned to adapt. I took control of the situation and determined what I needed to do. And a big thing you want to do is take it one step at a time, okay? And what do you think my immediate response was? It was the nervous fear, okay? My alarms went off, and I was like, oh, wow, I have 70-something employees. How am I going to do this? So I sat down, I got organized, I developed a chart and a timetable, and I had to eventually, over a period of about 1.5 years, get the staffing down to 2 people. So, you know, it could have overwhelmed me if I looked at everything at the same time. But instead, I sat down and I determined what would be priority, what I could do to take off my plate and put on someone else's plate, work distribution, scheduling, and making sure I was able to maintain our service levels, because that was the main thing for our department, was to keep all of our work within a 24-hour period, which we did. And instead of feeling stressed once I got everything aligned, I really felt a sense of accomplishment. So I eliminated my problems, I made it into a positive situation, and it really, really had not just an impact on me, but my team members, my employees, our customers that we had within the building, and it really turned out to be a positive thing, just because I was able to control my stress and my emotions and make it positive. When you do this, this is called emotion regulation. You can regulate or control your emotions by being more positive, having happier thoughts. Don't look at things as a setback or being permanent, but look at it as an opportunity, a challenge, a learning experience, and being able to move on. I've always heard the quote, the power of positive thinking. That's exactly what it is. When you think positive, you have the power. I cannot stress how important it is for you to, for your health, for you to have that positive outlook and well-being. Become an optimistic person. And you might think, well, what is an optimistic person? And that's a person that speaks to and believes in a positive outcome. You can find the positive in everything. And that goes back to that power of positive thinking that I would like for all of you to be able to have. So what will this do? It will promote self-efficacy. That is your own belief in your ability to carry out actions that have positive outcomes. And if you have that belief and feeling, it will happen. Hardiness gives you the courage to grow from stress. And what is hardiness? Hardiness is a personality style. It is a mindset of commitment and control. And when you develop that mindset, that determination, that power of positive thinking, you develop that hardy personality. You respond to those difficulties in a positive way, and you're in control of those potential stressors. It is very important. This means you'll be much less affected by life's personal problems, potential problems, daily problems, any situation that can cause you stress. So what will this do for you? It will make you healthier. As we talked about earlier, there's a lot of physical impact stress can cause on your health. It can make you happier. Anytime you think positive and feel the power and you see great development from that positive thinking. It will make you happier. Another way to manage your stress is to develop some coping strategies. What will help you as a person to manage your stress? You could do regular exercise daily. I personally do that. I like to exercise every day. By the end of the workday, I'm sitting a lot, talking to customers like you will be doing in your customer service area. At the end of the workday, just take a walk, walk your dog, go outside, take a break, during the workday, anything that will help you eliminate that stress. Maybe take a lunch out sometimes and having social time with your friends. Not talking about work, but anything that can just bring joy into your heart and make you happy and keep that positive thinking going. Manage your time and your daily activities. Make sure you don't feel that rush, the hectic morning, stuck in traffic, you're running late. Plan it so that you don't add those additional stresses to your everyday, okay? Also, when you come in and you take calls every day, I want you to feel that gratification of helping the customer. That is very important because you are here for them. Yes, we all work because, we probably have to, but let it be a rewarding and gratifying experience. I love at the end of the day when I feel like I have really accomplished things. That's why it's so important to have that always looking for the positive attitude. The optimistic and positive person will also become a more social person, and your connection with others will always lead to happiness and a fulfilled life. Going to work every day will not seem so routine. Pay attention to your body. Pay attention to your mind. Stay on alert for the different stages and avoid stage 3 exhaustion. I do hope this has helped you today. Provided a little education for you and a little encouragement. So does anybody have any questions for me today? No questions? Okay, well I hope this has helped you, and if you need me for anything, please feel free to contact me. Thank you so very much.